Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi Aditya. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Hmm. So,
We were at integration and differentiation.
yeah, we just completed the integration and differentiation, and we have to do problems on this
Sir,
kinematics
like
things.
one small recap, if you could give.
Yeah, we will do the revision of this one. Then we will proceed with the questions.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So, in general, we know that differentiation means if you want to convert any change for any small change, right? Differentiation first. Differentiation means if you want to calculate anything which is a small change. Okay.
Yes.
Then we will use the concept of differentiation, that is d. In general, the change is represented by delta, right? Hmm. So when the change is very small, we will represent it with d. This is normal representation and all. So instead of this, you have to know what are the formulas for some concepts. Let's suppose, and always remember, differentiation you are doing for a function. Okay.
Yes.
Means of any function which has some variables. So in physics, in first chapter, in this kinematics and rotational motion, we will deal with the power functions, means differentiation of, let us suppose, t to the power n. Okay. Where t is the variable over here.
Yes.
So any function, differentiation of t to the power n, the formula is n into t to the power n minus 1. Okay. So means, let's
Yes.
suppose they have given that f as t square plus t plus 1. Okay, this is the function of displacement with respect to time. Okay,
Yes.
here they have given displacement. Okay, let's see how this differentiation and thing all works. Any particle, it follows some path, right? When it is moving. Let us suppose this is the path of the particle F. This is S. This is the time. So it is changing with 2t, let us suppose. Okay.
Yes.
Means at here we are tracing the path of the particle. That's it. Means at t equals to 1, it is at a it displaces by 2 meters. Okay. That is the meaning of the
Yes.
graph, right? When the time is 2 seconds, it is at 4 meters. We trace it, we have taken the points and we have drawn the graph. Then we know that h
Yes.
equals to 2t. Means the particle is following a path of 2t. Means at t equals to 1, it is at 2 meters. At t equals to 2, it is at 4 meters, like that. This is
Yes.
the representation of this graph. Now we need to know what is the slope of this. Okay, slope. Why we need to know the slope? Because the slope of ST graph. Otherwise, we know what is ds by dt. If
Yes.
this is displacement, what we will get if you do ds by dt is delta s by delta t. What is displacement upon time? Which quantity we will get?
Speed. Oh, sorry. Velocity. Velocity.
Yeah, we will get the velocity, right? So for finding velocity, we need to know the slope. The formula of slope is ds by dt, right? That is differentiation
Yes.
of this s with respect to t. See here, your differentiation with respect to t means t is the variable over here. That is the meaning. Okay.
Yes.
So means you have to represent s in terms of t. So s equals to 2t. Okay.
Yes.
You are representing s in terms of t. So here the t is the variable, correct?
Yes.
Hmm. Now we need to know the velocity. So the formula is ds by dt. We know ds by dt means differentiation of this s with respect to the variable t. Okay. Hmm. That is differentiation we have to do of 2t. Okay. Hmm. Now, differentiation of any constant, if it is multiplying, you can take this out. Okay, differentiation of t. See the properties of the differentiation. Differentiation of u plus v. U is a function, V is a function. Okay.
Yes.
If you are differentiating two functions which are in addition, then you can the same answer is equivalent to the if you differentiate them separately, and if you add them, you will get the same answer. Okay. Means you can
Yes.
separate it. So differentiation of U plus V is differentiation of U plus differentiation of V. Means you are just giving this differentiation to all the terms which is inside the bracket. Okay.
Yes.
Same thing with the differentiation of U minus V. So U is a function, V is a function. Same thing you can give differentiation of U minus differentiation of
Minus differentiation of V.
V. Okay, this is for addition and subtraction. Differentiation on addition operation and subtraction operation. Now, there are two different formulas for multiplication also. So differentiation of UV. You can't write it as differentiation of U into differentiation of V. Okay, this is wrong. We should not write like this. This is not the formula. Okay.
Yes.
The formula differentiation of UV means when two functions are multiplying, if you do the differentiation of that, it is differentiation of U. Differentiation of U, you can write it as U dash also. Okay.
Yes.
Differentiation of V, we can write it as V dash. So instead of du, I will write U dash. That's it. So U dash means I have to do differentiation of U and V as it is plus U into differentiation of second function. Okay.
Yes.
Here, when the functions are in multiplication, for doing differentiation, you have to differentiate each term individually by just multiplying the other terms as it is. Let us suppose there are three terms, U, V, W, three functions. Here also the same thing. First, you have to differentiate the first function, U dash. So VW as it is plus first function as it is. You have to differentiate now the
U
second
V
function, V dash
V dash
W plus. Now you have to UV as it is. You have to differentiate the third function,
third
W
one.
dash. Okay.
Yes.
This is the procedure
Yes.
for finding the differentiation in product rule. Okay. This is
Yes.
called product rule of differentiation. Okay.
Yes.
Division we will come to know when we are doing the division of thing, because in this we don't have division of differentiation in this kinematics.
Oh.
But please do remember this. Otherwise, okay, I will write the formula. Just remember that one also. It will be useful in afterwards. So this
Yes.
is differentiation of addition U plus V. You have to differentiate separately by keeping plus sign. Differentiation of minus. So differentiation of U minus differentiation of V. Next, this is
Yes.
the product rule. D of UV. First you have to differentiate the first function, second function as it is plus. Now first function as it is, differentiate the second function. And so on. It's for the three also. Now what happens for when the two functions are in division like this? Differentiation
Yes.
of U by V. Okay. Here
Yes.
you have to do U dash V minus U V dash divided by V square. Okay.
Yes.
This is called quotient rule of differentiation.
Yes.
These are the only four formulas that you have to remember. Instead of formulas, you can call it as a rules of differentiation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
These are the rules of differentiation that you have to remember. When it is addition, subtraction, you can do it separately as it is. But when it is multiplication and division, you have to follow this rule, product rule and quotient rule. Okay.
Yes.
Now, in this only, if differentiation of some constant k multiplied by u, what we can do is any differentiation, if it is constant multiplication, you can take it out common. So k into differentiation of u, that is u dash. You
Yes.
can take the constant outside. So here we are doing the same concept. Differentiation of 2t, right? We have to do.
Yes.
So now I am taking the 2 outside because in multiplication I can take the 2 common. So I have taken out 2. It is differentiation of t. T means t to the power 1, correct?
Yes.
Now I will formula. What is the formula for t differentiation of t to the power n formula? n into t to the power n minus 1, correct?
Yes.
So 1 into, because n is 1 over here, right?
Yes.
So n into t to the power n, that is 1 minus 1. This becomes t to the power 0.
Answer is 1 totally.
So yeah, so this total becomes 1 because t to the power 0 is 1. So we
Zero.
got 2 into 1. The answer is 2. Okay.
Yes.
Anything to the power 0 is 1. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Now, the same thing. Let us suppose if here it is one single term, so it became very easy. Now what happens if they give 2 to 3 terms with powers like this? Let us suppose they have given the displacement is following like this, like pq plus 2t square plus 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Differentiation means change, correct?
Yes, sir.
If it is constant, there is no change, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why the differentiation of a constant is 0. Okay. Because there is no change in a constant.
Yes.
So now we have to find velocity. That is ds by dt, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So now ds by dt. So we have to differentiate this. So differentiation of t cube plus 2t square plus 4. Okay.
Yes.
So it is of the form u. This is one function. Correct? T
Yes.
cube is one function. 2t
It
square
is
is another function.
3t square.
So 3t
3t
square.
square.
You have to
Plus,
differentiate all individual terms.
Yes.
Plus
4t.
4t plus 0.
Plus
Because
0.
the differentiation of 0 is 0. So this is the
Yes.
velocity, which is equal to this one. Now if they ask
Yes.
what is the velocity at 4 seconds, just you have to substitute t equals to 4 in the velocity function. That's it. We'll get us 3 into
Yes.
4 square plus 4 into 4. Whatever the answer, that is the velocity. Okay.
If they give time.
Yeah, if they gave time, obviously they will give time because this is a function, right? It is like a
Yes.
focus. It is a function of velocity because it's
Yes.
a
Yes.
generalized thing. They will ask at
Yes.
particular time what is the velocity. You just have to substitute it. Now in the
Yes.
same question, find the acceleration for this. Acceleration. What is the formula for acceleration?
I had written it. So about it.
Okay. Change in displacement is velocity, right?
Yes. Change in
So
distance.
change in distance is the speed. That's a scalar
Yes.
quantity. That's it. Change in displacement is velocity, right?
Change in distance is speed.
Change in displacement is velocity. Distance and displacement are the same. Distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity.
Yes.
So if you do the differentiation of distance, you will get speed. Means you will get only magnitude. If you differentiate displacement, you will get velocity. Okay.
Yes.
Now acceleration is change in velocity. Okay.
Oh.
Change in velocity is acceleration. Okay.
Yes.
So acceleration is change in velocity. So change in velocity means dv, right?
Right.
So change is okay. I'm taking the change is very small. If you are taking on an average, you will get delta v. That's it. We will do the problems on that also. That is the average acceleration or you will get. So in general, acceleration means change in velocity. Okay.
Yes.
Change in velocity. Change in velocity means with respect to time itself, right?
Yes.
If the time is big enough, then we will get average. If the time is very, very small, then we will get instant. That's it. Okay. That average instantaneous velocity we will do after this. So dv by dt. dv by dt is acceleration, correct?
Yes.
Otherwise, remember this. So see. So if you know that S, we are taking S as a displacement. Okay.
Yes.
If you do first differentiation, that is ds by dt. Okay. That is
Yes.
change in displacement. We will get as velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity. We are taking displacement is also vector quantity. Okay. So ds by
Yes.
dt gives velocity. Now, if you do differentiation of velocity, dv by dt, you will get acceleration. These two things you have to remember. Okay.
Yes.
Change in displacement gives velocity. Change in velocity gives acceleration.
Acceleration.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we need acceleration. So acceleration nothing but change in velocity, that is dv by dt, right?
Yes.
I know v as a function of time here. Just I have to differentiate it. So differentiation of 3t square plus 4t, right? That is the dv by dt. So what is the differentiation of this? Differentiation of 3t
Like I have
square.
to differentiate it again.
Yeah, if you, because this is v. Now if you differentiate
Yes.
again, you will get acceleration. That's it.
Uh, 60 plus
See,
60 plus 4.
60 plus 4. This is acceleration function. Okay.
Oh. Yes.
First they will give displacement. If you do the first derivative, you will get velocity. Again, if you
Yes.
differentiate velocity, you will get acceleration. That's it.
Exit. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So whenever you're finding ds by dt, dv by dt and all, you will get
Yes.
instantaneous values. Okay.
Yes.
Or instant values. Instant means at that particular instant, what is the value? Okay.
Yes.
There are two types of values. First is instant value. Second thing, we have average value. We will find what is this average value and instantaneous value in one question.
Yes.
Now, let's take. So remember this one, right? S is ds by dt means change in displacement gives velocity. dv by dt, change in velocity gives acceleration.
Velocity gives acceleration.
So just as a note, we can write dv by dt means you are
Yes.
differentiating two times the displacement, right? For
Yes.
getting acceleration.
Right.
This is if you are doing first time derivation for displacement, you are getting velocity.
Yes,
If
sir.
you do two times differentiation, you are getting acceleration. So I can write it as d square s by dt square. This is called second derivative. Okay.
Okay.
Means you are derivating two times. That's it. Here also we did. You are derivating two times with respect to s. Then you are getting acceleration. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that is a representation of this as a note. Because whenever they have represented d square s by dt square, it is not a new term. It is
Yes.
two times differentiation, the meaning of this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
No. It's a small question. Let's suppose the path of a particle is s equals to 2t cube minus 4t square. 2t cube minus 4t. 2t cube plus 4t. Then you have to find what is the average velocity for 3 seconds. This is first question. Second question, instantaneous velocity.
Yes.
at 3 seconds. See, there is a difference between for 3 seconds and at 3 seconds. For 3 seconds means
Yes.
the total period is 3 seconds. Up to
Yes.
3 seconds means at that particular instant, what is the velocity? That is the instantaneous velocity. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how to find this one? Just same thing what we are doing. So average velocity, right?
Yes.
So first we know that velocity is change in displacement
Displacement.
by change in time, right?
Yes.
Change in displacement for average, we have to represent it with delta S by delta T. Okay.
Yes.
So change in displacement for 3 seconds means you have to take from 0 seconds to 3 seconds. What is the displacement it went? Okay.
Yes.
Means displacement at 3 seconds minus displacement at 0 seconds. This gives the change in displacement, right?
Yes.
Divided by P3 minus P0.
Mm.
Okay, instead of S3. Okay, displacement for 3 seconds minus displacement of 0 divided by displacement time at 3 seconds minus time at 0 seconds. Okay, now what is
Yes.
displacement at 3 seconds?
Displacement at 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Is
they gave S, right? 2t cube
yes.
plus 4t. Displacement S3 means when t equals to 3, what is the value? That is the main.
Oh, okay.
Just substitute t as 3. You will get
6
displacement at 3.
60. 60.
It is represented by ST. Okay, what you will get?
6 t square.
No, you are differentiating. Is it d or it is S3? Means ST function is 2t cube plus 4t. S3 means you have to just substitute t as 3 in the given function. 2 into 3 cube plus 4 into 3.
Okay.
You are finding displacement. We are not going to velocity right
Oh,
now. We are not differentiating,
yes.
right? We are just
Yes.
finding what is the
18
displacement
plus
at 3. That's it.
18 plus 12.
3 cube. It's not 3 square.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. But
Okay, we will get as 50 because 27
50.
into 2.
Yes. Yes.
54 plus 12.
54 plus
54 plus 12 we will get as 66. Right?
66.
So which is equals to 66. That is S3 minus displacement at 0. Just substitute S0. Means t
Yes.
equals to 0. You will get 0 itself. Because 2 into 0 plus 4 into 0. You will get 0. Right?
Yes.
See this. S0 means displacement at 0. So 2 into 0 cube plus 4 into 0. That is 0 plus 0, 0. Okay.
Yes.
Divided by T3 is 3 seconds. So 3 minus 0, which is equal to 66 by 3. So the answer we will get as 22 meters per second. Right?
Yes, sir.
When you do like this, you will get the average velocity. Means we have taken for the total period. See, from 0 seconds to 3 seconds. We took the total
Yes.
period. That's why we'll get average. So this is
Okay.
V average. Okay, that is the average velocity is 22 meters
Yes.
per second. Let's see whether this average comes as equal to instantaneous or not. So this is V average. Now V instant. So as we know, instantaneous means the period is very, very small. Means the time is very minute, right?
Yes.
Means the change is small. When the change is small, you have to take the differentiation. That is ds by dt. Okay, ds by dt, you will get the instantaneous. Just now we did previously, right?
Yes.
So first do the ds by dt, then substitute the given time. That's it. Okay, do the ds by dt, differentiation of s with respect to time. I'll write
60 square
differentiation
plus
of 2 plus 40, which is equals to 60 square plus
4 plus
4.
4.
Yeah,
Yes.
because the differentiation of t is 1. So 60 square
Yes.
plus 4. Now v instant, we need at
Yes.
what time? At t equals to 3 seconds,
3
right?
seconds. Yes. Yes.
Okay, just substitute t equals to 3 in the v instant. 6 into 3 square plus 4.
That
What you will get?
3 is a 9. 34. 9. 54 plus 4.
54 plus 4. 58
Yes.
meters per second. The instantaneous value is different, average value you are getting as different. Okay.
Different.
It instantaneous can be equal to average, but it cannot be greater than average always. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the way for finding average velocity and instantaneous velocity. Okay.
Yes.
Average means you have to take this delta, that is difference S3 S at particular time t minus S0, or we can write it as S final minus S initial by T
Yes.
final minus T initial. Okay.
Yes.
We will get this average. If you do ds by dt, we will get instantaneous. The same procedure for acceleration also.
Yes.
Okay. Understood this one?
Yes, sir.
No. Just as a question, we know how to find a the difference between distance and a displacement. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now this question: a wheel of radius r. Okay, it is rolling on some road over here. We have to find what is the distance of this particle p when it rotates half a rotation. Okay. So when the wheel rotates half rotation, find its displacement. As I told before, displacement means the straight line distance, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the initial position, means the P point is at the bottom over here. Okay. It is at over here. Now what it did, it rolled. After rolling half a rotation, obviously we know that P will be on the top, right?
Yes, sir.
The ring will move forward and it will be on the top, somewhere over here. So this is the second
Yes.
position. Now we need to know what is the displacement of this point P. Displacement is nothing but straight line position, right? Means
Yes.
from here to here. This is the straight line distance, right?
Yes.
We need to find what is P dash. How to find this? When we see this one, we can form a triangle, right?
Okay. Imagine.
Yeah, you can imagine this total. What is, let's suppose I'm taking this as A. What is AP dash, this length?
Diameter.
Yeah, diameter. So what is the diameter? They have given the radius as R. So this becomes 2R. right?
2R, yes.
Okay, now if you know what is this PA, then we can find by using Pythagoras theorem, because P dash is nothing but hypotenuse, right?
Yes.
Now how to find PA dash? This PA, it is nothing
PA.
but how much it rolled in half a distance, right?
Yes.
So it rolled half a distance is nothing but whatever this half circumference it will be. The same distance is PA, right?
Yes.
This is same as half of the circumference. So circumference is 2 pi r, right? The total circumference.
Yes.
So half of it. So this becomes pi r,
Pi.
because this distance is nothing but how much is distance covered in half a rotation. That is, distance covered is
Yes.
nothing but the distance of the circumference, half a circle. That is pi r.
Yes.
Now we can find pp dash as under root of, what you will get? This is the displacement, right?
Yes.
So displacement. So this displacement, because when it rolled over here, this distance
Yes.
is nothing but the half of the circumference, right?
Yes.
That's why this distance we got as pi r. Okay,
Yes.
2 pi r by 2, which is equals to pi r. That is half of a circle circumference. Now this is Pythagoras theorem. So under root of, tell what we have to do.
Pythagoras.
Nothing but pi r square plus
Yes. Square
2r
plus.
square. So in a Pythagoras theorem, we have, like, whenever we have, this is a right angle triangle, right?
Yes.
This is hypotenuse, this is base, this is height. So we have hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus height square. Okay.
Yes.
Same thing with hypotenuse equals to under root of base square plus height square. The same thing we did over here. Okay.
Yes.
So whenever the triangle is forming, it maximum cases it will be right angle triangle itself. Okay.
Yes.
And you have to remember this formula. And this is called the Pythagoras theorem. Okay.
Yes.
This is the normal displacement type. Now, let us suppose the question like this.
Sir, could you take it back? I'll just write it down for.
Yeah. This formula is called Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah.
This one you know, I think. This
Yes.
one you know. Just note this one. Because the halfway distance is nothing but the half a circumference.
Yes.
These are the standard questions. Wherever you go, you will find these type of questions. Okay.
Yes. Sir.
So the only concept that we need to know is, we know the displacement is a straight line distance. That's why I have taken this one. And this is the diameter, you know, 2r. So the only concept lies on here. The distance traveled by this point is same as, because they told half rotation, so the distance will be half the circumference. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
If you calculate, you will get the answer as pi square r square. You can take this r outside, under root of 4 plus pi square. You will get this one after calculating. This one you will write how to calculate.
Yeah,
We'll write it. Because r square, you can take r outside, then pi square and 4 directly. So, noted down.
yes.
No, small. It looks like a tricky question. Let's see this question. Let us suppose a car covers half distance at V1 and the other half with velocity V2 at V1 meters per second. Velocity V2 meters per second. Then what is the average speed? Any guess? Half distance at V1, the other half distance at V2.
Yes, what
Then
is the
what will be
average?
the average speed?
No idea.
Now, okay, let's see this. So let us suppose the total distance. So half distance at t v1, right? Let's suppose I'm taking first distance as d, second distance also d, because total distance is 2d. Okay.
Yes.
Otherwise, you can take total distance as d. Half becomes d by 2. Second half becomes d by 2. Just to avoid fractional values, I am taking d and d. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first half, second half. So first half he covers with velocity v1, right?
Yes, sir.
Second half he covers velocity v2. Now what is the average speed formula? Average speed or velocity, since it is a straight line and it is going in one direction. If it is average as velocity, we will get the same answer. So average speed formula. It is distance upon time, right? Correct?
Correct.
Whether it is average speed or speed, the formula is same, distance upon time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, what is the distance over here? The total distance, remember. Total distance by total time. What is the total distance he covered?
Um,
Here it is D, here it is D. So total he covered 2D,
2D.
right? By, what is the total time? Do we know what is the time?
No, not.
We don't know time, but we know distance and we know velocity, right? We know this
Yes.
half a distance d, velocity v1. From this we can find the time t1, right?
Yes.
What is the time t1 over here? Velocity
Uh,
equals to distance by time, right?
yes.
That implies time
Time
equals to
equals
distance
to
by velocity.
distance by velocity
So distance is d, velocity is
by
v1.
v1.
Now same for t2. What is the distance? D.
D
Time
v2. V2.
v2. So now we know both the times, right?
Yes.
So by t1 plus t2, which is equals to 2d by, what is the t1? D by v1 plus d by v2, correct?
Yes.
Can we leave answer over here?
Yes. No, sir. We have to.
No, because see in the question, anywhere you see d, did they give? In the question we can see only v1 and v2, right?
Yes.
So the answer should be also in v1 and v2 only. There should not be any other variables apart from v1 and v2. Okay.
Yes.
So now just we have to simplify this one. So you will get 2d by, if you take v2d plus v1d, this v1 and v2 will come on the top, right?
Yes.
Because when you take the LCM for this, v1, v2 is the LCM. So first dv2 plus dv1 by v1 by v1, v2, I have taken upwards. That v1 by
Yes.
v2. Now I can cancel this dd by taking d common.
Yes.
So it is 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Okay.
Yes.
This is the average speed. When it is, because maximum cases when some people will, when they see this, and we know average is just sum of the them by number of quantities. What they will do, v1 plus v2 by 2, they will keep this answer. It's wrong.
Yes.
You have to proceed
And
by like this.
instantaneous.
Then you will get the answer as 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the same question, if you do like this. Now you tell how to do. Let us suppose a car covers 3 equal distances at v1, v2 and v3. Okay. A car covers 3 equal distances. 3 equal distances at v1, v2 and v3. v1 meters per second, v2 and v3. What is the average speed? How to calculate? Whether it is average speed or average velocity, because it is a straight line, both will be the same. Okay.
Okay.
Because it is not again coming back, then we have to subtract. Okay, we will do the next question of this. So first, how to solve this one?
Same formula, last question.
So the concept that we will use is 3 equal distances, right? So you have to total divide it into 3 parts. Okay. So this is d, d, d.
D.
Next they gave v1, v2 and v3. Same formula. We will get time t1 from here as d by v1. Same thing t2, d by v2, and t3, d by v3. Same formula. Speed equals to total distance by total time. So 3d upon d by v1 plus d by v2 plus d by v3. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
And if you calculate, you will get the answer as 3 v1, v2, v3 by v1, v2 plus v2, v3 plus v3, v1. And this is the answer if you calculate at the end. Okay.
Yes.
Understood how to do this type of questions when they give just velocities and they tell equal distances and this type of questions. Okay.
Sir, like now we did this average velocity and instantaneous velocity.
Yeah, average velocity. That
And-
is, yeah, tell me.
And now we did average speed.
Yeah, average speed. Average velocity, instantaneous velocity, the same procedure you can find for average acceleration, instantaneous acceleration. Okay.
Same formula.
Yeah, same. Yeah, the same procedure.
Okay.
Because for instantaneous velocity, you did ds by dt, right?
Yes.
V instant. You did ds by dt. You will get
Yes.
V, right? Now for
Yes.
A instantaneous, you will do dv by dt. Means you will differentiate this function, this V function. Okay, wait. We will do one question.
Sir, like then instantaneous speed.
You're talking about instantaneous speed, right?
Yeah. Now
Instantaneous
like
speed. Yeah, tell me.
now average speed we finished. So now instantaneous speed.
Hmm. Instantaneous speed is same as instantaneous velocity. Okay. Okay. Let us suppose the displacement. First, tell me formula for speed.
Distance per time.
So distance by time, right? Now tell me formula
Yes,
for
sir.
velocity.
Displacement by
Displacement by time, right?
displacement by yes.
Hmm. So average speed. Same formula. Total distance by total time. The same formula. Speed means you will get average speed itself. Both are same. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm. Average velocity means the formula they are taking speed and velocity, right?
Yes, sir.
Indirectly, they are average speed and average velocity itself. They are just taking out average from there.
Yes, sir.
Indirectly, the formula which is speed and velocity, it is the general formula is average things. Okay.
Yes.
You're calculating for average itself, the general formula. So this is the same
Okay.
formula. It is just total displacement by total time. In previous question, previous formula also you're using the same thing. Both are same.
Yes.
Okay. Now instantaneous speed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Instantaneous speed means you have to do differentiation of distance. Remember, right?
Yes, sir.
By differentiation of time. That is dt, obviously. Correct.
Yes.
Hmm. Next, instantaneous velocity. You have to do differentiation of displacement, right? By
Yes.
dt. See here, if you differentiate the distance function, you will get instantaneous speed. Okay.
Yes.
If you differentiate displacement function, you will get instantaneous velocity.
Yes, sir.
Like how this is in the question, how they will give it. The distance of a particle is some d is equals to 4t square plus 4. Okay. In the second question, they will give the displacement of the particle. They will give s is equals to 4t square plus 4. The function is same 4t square plus 4, 4t square plus 4. Okay.
Yes.
Here you are differentiating the distance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here you are differentiating the displacement. That is the only difference between speed and velocity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you differentiate distance function, you will get instantaneous speed. Okay. If you
Yes.
differentiate displacement function, you will get instantaneous velocity. That's it.
Yes.
It all depends upon whether they are giving distance or displacement. Okay, you have to see this.
Yes, sir.
If you differentiate distance, you will get 4t square plus 4. If you differentiate
Yes.
displacement, you will get instantaneous velocity. That is the only difference between instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity.
Yes.
And okay, in general, maximum times they will give instantaneous velocity itself, because in physics, all the functions in linear motion, they are represented with displacement itself. Okay,
Yes.
they always represented with the displacement. That's why you will get always the displacement functions. And if you do displacement functions, you will get instantaneous velocity only.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Whether it is velocity and instantaneous velocity, you have to see this one. Velocity means you have to take average velocity formula. Instantaneous means
Yes.
at particular time, that you have to know. Okay. Now, next question. Let us suppose the particle
Yes, sir.
is s equals to t cube minus 6t square. It follows this function, this path in general.
Yes,
Then
sir.
at what time the body is at rest? You have to calculate at what time the body will be at rest. What is the meaning of this? The body is at rest means,
It will stop.
what is the meaning of this? The body is at rest,
It is not moving.
not moving. Not moving means velocity zero, right?
Yes, sir.
When it's not moving, velocity is zero, correct?
Yes, sir.
How to find velocity from displacement? Otherwise,
By time.
velocity zero means ds by dt zero, right?
Yes.
Because velocity means ds by dt. We are substituting instead of
Yes.
v, ds by dt, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just do this one. ds by dt equals to 0. Find at what values of t it is 0. At that time, the body will be at rest. That's it. Let's see this. When the body is at rest means velocity is 0. One thing is clear, right?
Yes.
Velocity 0 means ds by dt is 0, because velocity is nothing but ds by dt. So
Yes.
now I have to do ds by dt and I have to equate it to 0. What is ds by dt for this? S equals to t cube minus 6t square.
3t square
3t square
minus 12t.
12t. It should be equal to 0. Next, you have to find the values of this. Okay, take t common. 3t minus 12 equals to 0, right?
Yes.
Now this is solving of equations. When the product of two numbers is 0, any one number can be 0, right?
Yes.
Means either t is 0 or 3t minus 12 equal to 0, correct?
Yes.
Okay, 3t minus 12 0 means we will get the value of t as 4, right?
Yes.
12 by 3, 4, correct?
All right.
No, solve this one. 3t minus 12 equal to 0.
It will be 4. Yes.
So t equals to 12 by 3, which equals to 4 seconds, right? These are the values where the body is at rest. That is the meaning of solutions. Okay.
Yes.
So at t equal to 0, because at initial position, the body is at rest. Now, when t equals to 4 seconds, then also the
Sir,
body
like
will be at rest. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, now at first we wrote that t is equals to 0, and then 3t minus 12 is equal to 0.
Yeah.
So like
We are finding the
already
values
t
of t. That's it.
okay. Like two
Here,
values will come out of.
yeah, here it is t into 3t minus 12 equal to 0, right?
Yes.
When a into b is 0, either a can be 0 or b can be 0, right?
Yes.
So first you are taking the first function t. So t is 0.
Oh,
Okay.
like we are taking differently. Okay.
Yeah, differently. We are taking the t can be 0. Or now we have taken the second, which is in multiplication, tt minus 12. So 3t minus 12, it should be equal to 0 because the product is 0, right? That's why it
Yes,
should be
sir.
equal to 0. Then we solved for t, we got 4 seconds.
First.
The body will be at rest at t equals to 0, means that is the initial position,
Yes.
and at t equals to 4 seconds, the body will be at rest. That is the meaning.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Understood this? The same thing for acceleration, all the four. Okay, just a last. Let us suppose the displacement. Take the same. T square minus 6t square. Okay, the same path. Means it is the same particle which is following the path s equals to t cube minus 6t square.
Yes.
At what time its acceleration is zero? The same question they can ask it in different way. At what time its acceleration is zero, or at what time
Acceleration is
its
0.
velocity is constant? See, remember, the same question they can ask in different ways because all mean the same. Remember this.
Yes.
What do you mean by acceleration first? It is increasing the speed, right?
Yes. Change in velocity.
Change in velocity by time, right?
Time. Yes.
When the velocity is constant, is there any change?
No, sir.
Means acceleration is zero itself, right?
Yes.
See, when velocity is constant, then acceleration is zero. The key concept you have to remember. Only you will get acceleration when velocity is changing. If velocity is
Yes.
constant, acceleration is zero. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Instead of giving acceleration zero, they can give like this also, because when its velocity is constant, velocity constant means indirectly acceleration is zero. Okay.
Yes.
Now at what time it will be zero?
No.
They gave displacement. That's it. How to find this acceleration when displacement is given?
First, we'll find.
What is the relation between displacement and acceleration?
First, we'll find velocity. Then we'll find.
Yeah, that's it. What you're telling is correct. First, we will find velocity by differentiating
Yes.
it. Again, we will differentiate velocity, we will get acceleration.
Yes, sir.
That is the relation between displacement and acceleration. Directly means
Yes.
d means acceleration is, as I told, the 2 times differentiation of displacement. right?
Yes, sir.
The same thing. First, we will find velocity. Again, we will differentiate velocity. We will get acceleration. That one we will equate it to 0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So first velocity ds by dt we found it previously 3t square minus 12t. Now acceleration, that is dv by dt, which is equals to d square s by dt square equals to what? Same thing, we will get 6t minus 12, right?
Yes, sir.
Now just you have to find, they give acceleration is 0, means 6t minus 12 equals to 0, correct?
Yes.
We will get that value of time as 2 seconds, correct? When you solve this one,
Yes.
we will get this one, right?
Yes, sir.
So which equals to 12 divided by 6, which equals to 2.
2.
Means at time t equals to 2 seconds, the acceleration is 0. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The same way, at time t equals to 2 seconds, the velocity is constant. With one thing, you can tell different types of situation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any other class after this? Or do you want to finish at 1:30?
Like I had a chemistry class.
Yeah, okay then. So we can continue this tomorrow if you want.
Yes, sir. Like if any sums, if you are
Yeah,
giving
I
them,
will. Yeah, I will send the sums regarding that what we
yes,
did today for practice because
yes,
they
sir.
need to be all clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay then.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bye.